Hello, fellow Bolton fan. This is Cameron Daniels. This is me talking about Bolton versus Burton Albion, which, thankfully for me tonight, is on the TV. So I've been able to watch it fully without any problems. Thankfully. No I fall tonight, thank Christ. Anyway, have we not won? Could somebody tell me how we've not won? Similar story at Cambridge. Last time we played in the league, how did we not win that, even though, though we lost it? How have we not won tonight? I mean, seriously, we had all the possession. Burton Albion were an awful, awful, awful team. They are poor. They're just a percentage team. Can't play it because they ain't good enough. And all they do is kick it in the air or basically throw it long. That's all they do, all game. I thought they were absolutely fucking appalling. We were by far the better team. The goal should have stood. I mean, the pundits said it should have stood. Jimmy Floyd-Aspelund said it shouldn't have stood because it was offside and he was interfering with their goalkeeper. Bullshit, it was all interfering with their goalkeeper. That's bollocks. Goalkeeper wasn't getting anywhere fucking near it anyway either. So that's bullshit. Dapper at the post. And then at the end, there should have been a penalty. Everybody said it should have been a penalty. D'Alfonso gets shoved in the back. If he hadn't got shoved in the back, his head would have been on that ball. It would have been 1-0 and we would have won the game. Fucking facts. We left ourselves really wide open at times, especially towards the end of the second half. I mean, we had everybody in their half, including Santos and Johnson, and they were both pretty much on their box. I mean, if they'd have got the ball and broken us, we'd have been screwed. So that was a bit, we were really fucking going for it. What did surprise me, actually, most of the night, is that Burton didn't try to go down our wings at all, which is where we're most susceptible, because you get Jones and you had Gordon bombing on. I mean, Gordon wasn't great last season. This season he looks better, but they never tested him. They never once tested him all night. Jones didn't get tested. It was like, what the fuck's going on? I mean, they're her problem areas, in my opinion. And with Williams being yellow carded as well, they should have tried to test us and they didn't. And that's really surprising that they didn't do that. They obviously haven't got the ability to test us like that. Other thoughts. Kieran Lee was back in the side. And to be honest, for me, Kieran Lee makes us more sturdy in midfield than Sheehan. I think we are much better in midfield when Kieran Lee's in it. And that's no sort of bad thing about Sheehan, because I think Sheehan's a really good player. His passing's great, he's great on the ball. But I think Kieran Lee's better in there than he is at the minute. I would actually prefer Sheehan to play with Sarcevic, because we'd never lose the ball in midfield. Sarcevic, he's not my favourite player, you all know that. He lost the ball a lot against Knight. Very committed, I'm no doubt about that, he was really committed. But I think Sheehan would be better there. I think MJ Williams, Kieran Lee and Sheehan in the midfield would be unfucking beatable in League One. I really do. Isgrove had a good game tonight. Chased it all night. He was running everywhere down that wing, trying to get that crossing. His final ball's always terrible though, which is not the best. And on the other wing, Dapper Waffle, he's a fucking god already. He's got something. He was great. He can go past the player, he can spot pass, he can do things that other players can't do. He is not League One standard. He is definitely Championship at the very worst. It's not surprising he came from West Ham because, you know. After that, Santos played alright all night. Dixon played alright all night. Do you know what? There wasn't really a bad performance among us. We didn't deserve to draw. We deserved to win. Fact. We were the better team. They looked like a League Two side. We looked like a Championship side. I mean, they were hanging on. Don't care what anybody says, they were hanging on. And they've beaten Sunderland away. So we're probably the best team that they've played this season. So, yeah. Come on, Bolton. We've got this. You know what? If we get our asses into gear, we might just be in the Championship next season. And then we're back. At least trying to get back to where we should be, which is in the top league. Anyway, that is my considered thoughts for tonight. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, give it a comment, because I always like reading comments, even if they're shitty, and share it, because if you don't share, people don't see it, and you know. And finally, subscribe. I'm now on 200 subscribers, which is like, yay. When I started doing the channel about 2 or 3 years ago, I was on 170-ish, and I weren't getting anywhere. It was like that for months. And now it's 200, so something going right. So that's good. So subscribe, get other people to subscribe, and watch my rose-coloured reviews of Bolton Wanderers and my hatred of everybody else. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.